So here we are, folks, unboxing of the Walkinshaw catback exhaust system at this stage. So upon unboxing the thing, all I see is absolute quality system. Everything on it is just unbelievable. Beautiful mandrel bends, beautiful welds. Gorgeous muffler. Now this is the catback system. You can buy it through Upfitter, and you can do it through me at Ram Mods Australia. Like I say, magnificent system, everything's quality. And this is the catback system, and in said box is the full headers and cats and what they'd call the expansion chamber, I guess, to stop the droning of the system. Looking forward to unpacking that. Yeah, so I've just started unboxing the cats out of the header and cat system, and first thing I notice is black ceramic coating, but I don't know whether Jen can focus in on here. And this is very important. Can we see that writing in there? Don't know if you can or not. Anyway, written on the inside of the cat is, in clear letters, Euro 5. So, you know, the Euro 5 catalytic converters, not some cheap rubbish that some of the systems tend to use. Anyway, we'll keep unboxing. So this here, folks, is the, again, for want of a better word, expansion chamber type unit that Walkinshaw have developed. So this basically, this I guess is your engine pipe from the cats back to the muffler, where normally they just run a straight pipe. This system here and this chamber is the piece that supposedly stops all the drone. I guess fitment and time will tell. Again, comes specifically labelled with the special rubbers that they supply to make sure it's fitted in exactly the right spot. Right down to, they supply little tags and cable ties to put on your upstream and downstream oxygen sensors. First thing you find when you open the box is important oxygen sensors. So very clear instructions there on what you need to do. Again, this whole header, cat and catback system is touted to be not requiring a tune. I mean, certainly if you did get a tune, it's going to give you a bit better performance. But then you have engine warranty issues. I'll discuss warranty, I guess, with this system a little bit further down the track. But yeah, still got to unpack headers. That one's still wrapped up there. That's the other catalytic converter, of course. I haven't unwrapped it, but you get the idea. And still got to unwrap the headers, but I'll unwrap them when I get the exhaust system off. Here we go. About to pull the beast apart. So we're going to start at the back, work our way forward. I'll just start pulling shit off. We'll see how we go. Basic tools, all we should need. There's 13, 14, 15, 16 socket, rattle gun, screwdriver, and the good old degreaser. A bit of spray on that on the exhaust rubbers and they slip right off. So we'll get the tailpipes off, muffler off, right up to the engine pipe, and we'll come back then. So, tools required. Literally 15mm socket, ratchet, screwdriver, and a little bit of degreaser. By the time Jen walked in to get me a torch and walked back out, catback system is removed, muffler and tailpipes It was literally 5 minutes. We're up to getting the cats and headers off. Had a good look. Can't really get to the the O2 sensor wiring without taking, the easiest way is to take these inner guards out. So front wheel's off, and now I proceed to take these inner guards out, and yeah, that won't take too long. That was another couple of minutes to get the engine pipe out, and like I said, now we're up to the cats. So you need to get to that wiring, which is tucked right up on top of the engine, unfortunately. So we'll see how we go. Cheers. Oh, I don't know whether you can see it or not. In there's a little white clip going to the upstream O2 sensor, and I cannot get it off. So we've managed to get, hang on, I'm going to wiggle under here. I think I've got blood pouring out of my head. So I managed to get the downstream one out, but I'm going to have to drop the cats. I got both of these ones out. You can see the black one there and the white one up in there. They were relatively easy on this side. Again, the cats won't be hard to get out once I get those plugs undone, but I've tried to get this other one out, and you've got to wiggle your arm right up through this hole, right up in here, which is, it just won't allow me to get to it, to push the button in to pull it out. So I'll drop these cats down, then I can get in straight through this area here. Anyway, I'll report in a minute. Everything else was relatively easy, apart from this white one. Righto. Okay, the secret that I can discover to get this fella undone, it's the left-hand side passenger upstream sensor. He was impossible to get to. This one was pretty difficult. These two were easy. So the secret I found is to get these two undone, get this one undone, which is bloody hard, but drop the cats off, supporting them. The last thing you want to do is pull wires on these. You've got to be very careful, and you can get to it dead easy then. I even think maybe leave both of these attached until you drop the cats, and just drop them down a little bit, get somebody to help you support them, and then you can unplug them easily. So first manifold's off, no cracks. It's really good. That's basically the whole point of me putting headers on, is I don't want to go down the cracked manifold path. Headers are a permanent fix apparently, we'll soon see. But they were, I mean, it's relatively straightforward getting them off, to be fair. Sorry, I got my torch in there and buggering up the light, but yeah, relatively straightforward. Just 13mm socket and 10mm socket, and they come off reasonably easy, no harder than any other manifold. We'll get this header on this side. If there's any tricks or problems, I'll film it and let you know. So something else I've discovered is we need to undo this pipe off of here. Red clip comes undone. Just poking him up out of the way. Dipstick was well in the way, so we've, top bolt comes out when you undo it all, but we just had to literally manhandle and bend the dipstick out of the way, and now hopefully the manifold will go up in position. Okay, so an update on the passenger side header. After quite a few ins and outs, sort of discovered that the dipstick tube comes up between these two headers. Yeah, it's a little bit fiddly, but certainly now that I know that that's the way it goes, then it's a lot easier. Yeah, it's just a quick tip. Make sure she comes up in between the two headers there. this, I think it's a kick-down cable for the gearbox. I didn't even know they had one, but that's definitely a cable that goes down to the gearbox. That's got to come off to get the header in as well, which again wasn't a big deal. It's only one 13mm bolt, and I'll work out where I'm going to put that after I get the headers bolted in. The passenger side header is fully on now. Hang on, I'll turn this torch off. Sorry guys. But no, that doesn't do you much good either. Up inside there you can see the O2 sensor. That's the upstream one. He plugs straight in. And I'll get rid of the torch. He plugs straight in up top there. That was easy to do. And you can see the yellow one there. That's the extension that's supplied with the kit. So that's also plugged in, ready for the downstream O2 sensor when I put the cats on. But we'll get the other side together now. It was, yeah, again, relatively easy. There was one bolt that was a real prick to get to. Kick down cable, I think it's a kick down cable anyway. It's bloody something going up to a thing on the gearbox there. Actually, what it might be is, yes, that's what it'd be. It'd be the transfer neutral cable, maybe. That one you pull up underneath your glove box that pulls the gearbox into neutral. I reckon that's what that is. So that's been pulled out of the way. And get my butt up. And we've just had to move a few bits and pieces just to make sure they're clear of the headers. Get that back in position. Oil dipstick that bolts to a part that's attached to the headers there, comes with the bolt. That's clear both sides. Yeah, so it was all relatively straightforward, just a little bit time consuming. And I rerouted that kick down, I reckon it's the neutral release cable. I've rerouted that just so it's clear of the headers there with the heat shield on it. That was running out through here, and cable tied these out of the way so that they're clear of the headers, so nothing can get baked. Righto, we'll get this inner guard back in this side and get into the other side. Okay folks, under torchlight now, we have the driver's side manifold off, and that was piece of cake. Dead easy, took about, I don't know, 15 minutes, maybe 20. And the header, which is just sitting down there now, the header slips straight into there. So this side's going to be very simple. I'm calling it a day now. We have realistically been working on this for 4 hours, and that is complete exhaust system out, the passenger side header on, and this one will be on first thing in the morning, and then the rest of the exhaust should be just bolt up. And here we are, foggy old Tassie morning. It's probably, I don't know, 2 degrees. Time to get into it. Morning all. Like I said yesterday, that one was dead easy to get off. Like, dead easy. And the other manifold sitting there ready to go. We'll give the block a bit of a clean up, just a bit of a wipe down, and get this manifold on. Then the rest of the exhaust can go on. Exciting. Yeah, so another little thing we had to do here, which is very, very basic. The ABS sensor wire is very, very close to the header, like it's touching it. So what we need to do is up in here, pop that cable off there, off the back of the brake booster, pull the wire through a little bit, pop him on the other side of the brake booster, nice and firm, and then that brings the ABS wire a good 3 inches off the header, and that will be fine. And that suspension's at full droop now, so that's plenty loose enough. Okay, back again. cats are in. Downstream O2 sensors connected up to the wiring harnesses. Again, very easy. These cats were super easy to put in. Just follow your nose. It was just too easy. This was very quick. The hardest part of this whole job's the I reckon undoing the top O2 sensor plugs and putting the headers on would be the hardest part of the job, and it wasn't really that hard, just a little bit time consuming. This was all dead simple. This is that intermediate tube where your standard system was just a single pipe right through. This is now a dual pipe right through to the muffler with that expansion type chamber up top. I don't know whether you can see that very clearly in this light, but it all fits up in there nicely. And now we're ready for the muffler to go on and the tailpipes. Here we go, finished product. Again, spot on fit. The whole rear end from the engine pipe back probably took, I don't know, 20 minutes, I guess. And again, you know, perfect, beautiful fit, as you know, Walkinshaw always tend to do works of art, don't they? You know, the whole thing's a perfect fit. There's no adjustment of anything because it doesn't need it. It's just a spot on fit. It absolutely is. Anyway, we'll get the wheels back on, get her on the ground and give her a fire up, see what she sounds like. Oh well, here we go. This is the full headers, cats, exhaust for the Walkinshaw DS Ram. We'll have an initial startup. This will be the first time I flick the key, so you're witnessing it the same as me. First impressions are it's a tad quieter than the Kaluan muffler, but a sweeter sound. We'll take it for a drive. Folks, I've just been doing a bit of a test run. Sound different. It sounds, how do I explain it, like a Bose sound system as opposed to a loud Kmart boombox. That's the difference. It is certainly quieter at idle than the Kaluan muffler that I had in it previously, but the headers and the whole system just sounds sweet. I'll give you a sound just taking off from here. You can, I don't know whether you can hear it from inside the vehicle. I'll wind the windows down, give you a listen. Crisp, nice. I'll get the wife to jump out and we'll do a run past her going down the road. Righto, cheers.